Hello, I live in Cumbria, part of the United Kingdom, and as a kingdom, we have firm foundations on the Bible. Whether you believe in God or not, our justice system and the Magna Carta is built on Christian values and values that are in the Bible written down. Now, the God that I believe and trust in is God, and I believe in the Bible, and I follow what is in the Bible. I believe that it keeps us kind and loving, because our God is a kind and loving God, and He is a just God. He is a God of justice, and it says that He takes care of the widows, the orphans, the fatherless, and this is my subject. My subject is our children, and I have written a letter to Christian MPs in Parliament, and I'm going to read it out on this video so everybody knows what this is about. So, firstly, I'd like to say how I loved your Easter message, which you can find on YouTube, the Christians in Parliament Easter message. A happy Easter to you all. Christ has risen. He has risen indeed. Unfortunately, this email is being shared to you all, fellow Christians, to raise an extremely grave matter of the possibility of government involvement into trafficking of mainly white British children. There are other ethnicities that have been trafficked or taken against the will of the parents. Policies after the financial crash made adoption quicker and easier, and the plan was to be finalised by 2020. There is a link to this in the email. Publications, Adoption, Vision for a Change. You can look it up. Now, every RAA, which is regional adoption agencies that have all been set up, and VAAs, those are voluntary adoption agencies, are in place, and each has a central governance officer to oversee each region. These regional governance officers have been sent by Boris Johnson to each and every region. Over recent years, more and more families have had their children and babies removed by lies and corruption in secret family courts. Family members have been gagged until the adoption process is finalised, and they've even been told that newborn babies are being taken, simply predicting the future emotional harm of a child. I myself lost my grandchildren as a result of corruption and failures of all the authorities involved. I have accumulated evidence of individual social workers who are working both abroad and for adoption agencies. Recently, just one example, a registered South African social worker, registered with Social Work England, noting her place of work as Bloemfontein, South Africa. I'll just say, excuse me, I put SW instead of SA, so it is South Africa in the letter, in the email. With links, this South Africa has links on LinkedIn to all the RAAs and VAAs in England, and also warehouse staff, but I have not disclosed in this email, to a warehouse staff on an industrial estate near Salisbury. If the police weren't refusing to investigate all my evidence, I think this warehouse would have been a bust for child trafficking. Another social worker was working both for Caritas Care Limited and Sidra Research Hospital in Qatar, built by Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation money. He is a team manager installing 2 team members in static caravans on the outskirts of poverty-stricken towns in the north of England. 2 policymakers from the 2008 start of all of this, 2 policymakers, Shostak and Professor Pierce, are actually VAA directors, cashing in on the multi-million-pound child trafficking industry. Sandip Mahajan, our central governance officer here in Cumbria, is over all the RAAs in the north of England. He is the director of 36 companies, including Ibex, Steinhoff, Pepco and others. He is also connected through business to very dubious characters, including Just, Malcolm King and George Evans, all connected to secret offshore companies. I am demanding that this is investigated and anyone involved in covering up or actually involved in it, covering up child trafficking, be brought to justice. I will expect a response, either negative or positive. I put that remark in, because for 3 years I have been getting no responses at all from anybody regarding corrupt social services, apart from my MP who has tried writing letters. So I am demanding that this is investigated and anyone involved in covering up child trafficking be brought to justice. We all know that murder or torture of humans made in God's image is an abomination in the eyes of God. Please try to enjoy the upcoming family holiday, but please keep in mind and prayers the thousands of innocent families grieving the loss of their children this Easter and every day throughout the year. We too, as a family, only have our happy memories of happy family holiday times left. If any of you care, please don't hesitate to ask me for evidence. In God's love and service, Jane Kelly. And I put some photographs of our family holidays in this email as well. I'm waiting for responses. Thank you.